In our last video, I showed you how to get OpenClaw up and running on a Raspberry Pi 5. If you missed that one, I will link to it below. But I know that not everyone has a Raspberry Pi 5 or an AI hat. So today I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing, install OpenClaw on this Chromebook. You might remember software being called Clawbot. To be clear, OpenClaw is not a chatbot like ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude. It is an agent. It uses tokens to actually make changes to your computer or whatever else you give it access to. There has been some significant drama around OpenClaw lately regarding security risks. Hi, my name is Caroline. I make Raspberry Pi tutorials, tech, and travel videos. I also have a bachelor's and master's degrees in electrical engineering from Georgia Tech, and I'm the author of the book, A Woman's Guide to Winning in Tech. I am not claiming to be a cybersecurity expert, and I'm certainly not claiming that my method is 100% secure, and I'm not taking responsibility for the actions you take. Hackers are determined to compromise systems that may benefit themselves financially. And given the opportunity, they can compromise almost any system. And I'm not giving this agent access to my Venmo or my real email. I'm presenting a Sandbox version running on a dedicated Chromebook. I'm using a burner email address, one that I set up specifically for this Sandbox. It has no access to my banking information or my real contacts. And we have reached the screen record portion of our video. I'm on my Chromebook, which I purchased for about $67. And I will link to the one I purchased, and it is a touchscreen refurbished. But let's get started with this demo here, and I'm going to go into settings first. And if you can't find settings, you can type in settings. It's this little gear icon from the main menu. And from the settings, we're going to scroll down, and we are going to look for About ChromeOS. And we're going to click on that menu option. And let's make sure we've got all our updates and our firmware is up to date. Excellent. So let's scroll all the way down to developers. We are going to turn on developer mode to get OpenClaw on our Chromebook. I'm going to hit setup, and I'm going to hit next, and I'll set up my username, and I'm going to take the recommended disk size of 10 gigs. I'm going to hit install. This is going to take a few minutes, and I'll be right back. And we have finished enabling developer mode on our Chromebook. And I get this great Linux terminal when I do that. And that's basically what you get. You're going to get this Linux terminal. And now we're going to go over to our browser, and we're going to look for OpenClaw AI. And from openclaw.ai, we're going to scroll down, and we are going to get the command to install OpenClaw. And I'm going to hit copy here. And then we're going to go to our terminal, and I'll right click and paste. And I'll hit enter, and that will start us on the installation of OpenClaw on our Chromebook. And this will take a few minutes. It's going to install Node.js. And while we're doing that, let's go over to OpenAI. I am using my quote-unquote burner account, my Gmail account. And if you don't already have a login, then you will need to make one. So there is login ChatGPT, and you can sign up for free. I think I've already signed up on this account, and I'm going to continue with Google. And sure enough, I've already created a free account with ChatGPT. So let's get back over to our terminal, and it is still installing. So I'll be right back. And just like that, we are up to the installation of OpenClaw on our Chromebook. I understand that this is a personal default shared multi-user that requires lockdown continue. So it's got a bunch of security risks and, hey, do this at your own risk. You're responsible for your own core life decisions, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to hit enter. And do I want to onboard with a quick start? Yes, I do. Let's choose our model. As I said before, OpenClaw is not an AI in and of itself. You do need to link it to an AI. This is an agent, can control your computer and talk to your AI. It's really cool. So I'm going to choose OpenAI for this example, and I'm going to choose OpenAI Codex, ChatGPT, OAuth, and I'm going to hit enter. And now it's going to go over to my browser, and I'm going to log in, and I've created a free account with Google with my burner email address, and I'm going to log in, and it says, do I want to sign into Codex with ChatGPT with my free account? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to continue, and authentication was successful. Excellent. So I'm going to go back to my terminal. It has authenticated. Excellent. And it's asking me, do I want to keep the default model or do something else? I'm going to do the current model. Enter. And then now it's asking me if I want to do a channel. Telegram seems to be very, very popular these days. Reason you want to do Telegram is so that you can interface with this Chromebook with OpenClaw on your Chromebook without actually being on your Chromebook. Now, I am just on the Chromebook itself. I'm just going to choose skip for now because I don't need that. So I'm going to hit enter. And then it's going to kind of walk me through the other things. Do I want to configure my skills? Actually, no, I don't. But I'm going to hit yes, just so you can see what the options are. And there are so many things you can connect it to. Now, keep in mind, the more things you connect it to, the more things it has control over. And I don't need that right now. So I am just going to hit skip for now. I'm going to press the space key to enable it and enter. And then do I want to set Google Places? I'm going to hit no. Do I want to set my Gemini API key? I'm going to hit no. I'm not going to use that. Do I need Notion? I'm going to hit no. Do I need Open API key? No, I don't need that. And it's going to go through 11 labs. No, I don't need all that. Then there are hooks. And you can choose from various hooks that you can enable that. I'm really doing a very minimal install here. I'm going to hit the space key to skip for now and then hit enter. And now it is installing the gateway service. And now we have different options to be able to interface with OpenClaw. And one of the options is to web UI version. So I'm going to right click on the token and there it is. It has come up and this is a way to chat with OpenClaw that is running on our Chromebook. So you can use OpenClaw that way. The option is to continue using your terminal and typing your commands. Start up my terminal. So I want to do OpenClaw 2e. And let's see if I can open OpenClaw 2e from here. And we can start chatting with OpenClaw. Okay, and 2e came right up. And now we can chat away with our OpenClaw. Before we go, I do want to point out one important thing, and that's the use of tokens. So there is a limit to the amount of usage you will get out of your OpenClaw. And that is based on if you have a paid plan versus a free plan. I have a free plan, the one I'm going to show you today. And so I highly recommend looking at chatgpt.com/codex/settings/usage. And I will link to this below, or I'll leave this here. And you can check to see your balance. And if you run out of credits, it'll say you need to buy more credits, or you can wait until it resets, and I'll tell you when it resets. But this is very important to understand how many credits or usage that you've used up in OpenClaw, that it's made all these API calls into ChatGPT, and then that is limited. So please do keep an eye out on how much usage you've taken up with your OpenClaw. And the other thing that you may need to do to get OpenClaw to work with your computer is under the About ChromeOS, where we were, and you go into Linux development. You want to click on that. You want to give it access to some of your share folders. Now, if you don't want to give it access to your share folders, it's going to make its own folders within an OpenClaw hidden folder. If not, you can share folders, and everything you share gives more and more control over. So if you don't want to share your folders, completely understand. You can manage your USB devices, and you can even do a port forwarding. I would not recommend doing that. So just understand that there are so many things that you can do with this environment that you may or may not want to do depending on the security risks. So please do keep that in mind. Now we have OpenClaw open on our computer, and we can just start chatting away with it and getting it to install things, or using OpenClaw on our Chromebook. And that's the foundation. I have my OpenClaw running on my Chromebook. In the next few videos, I'll put this agent to work, and we'll talk about how we can use this agent in tandem with our OpenAI/ChatGPT. Now, if you don't have a Chromebook, don't worry, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I've already published a dedicated video for setting up OpenClaw on a Raspberry Pi 5. It worked out really well, and if you prefer using a Raspberry Pi 5, please check out that video. My name is Caroline, and I make Raspberry Pi tutorials, tech, and travel videos. Please subscribe and like so you don't miss the next video in this series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.